made another visit to the so-called secret lake. Previous visits I've come on my own with my wife, and Ben's been here with Faye, but this time we're here together, so looking forward to hopefully catching some fish and showing you how we done it. We had a good journey down, no sagas, got all set up, the owner met us, and we've all now got our rods out. Ben's been spomming maggots out, so hopefully he's going to get some fish come on that. We've gone out with our normal baits here, creamy toffee and stuff like banoffee, stuff like that, and even sweet corn. So yeah, we got it all to play for. The weather's pretty kind at the moment, but apparently we got some real bad rain coming in later on, so hopefully that will pass us. But we'll see, we'll see. But as you can see behind me, it's looking really good, isn't it, for a bite. We've seen a few fish, so hopefully we'll catch some and we'll show you on camera. Well, it looks like Faye's got one on in here. I don't know whether it was a maggot rod or what, but she's playing one now. Ben's about to net it.
Well put in.
Let's keep one up. Right in. That'll do. Go again. Come on, Faye, stop playing to the crowd.
Wind.
Bring it this way, sideways. That's it. Yeah, keep away from them lines. And I didn't get in there, innit?
There you go.
Well done, Faye.
Well done.
It's good. Faye strikes again. Faye looks a bit cold though.
Freezing.
Right, Ben's just about to get this into the wasteling and
Oh yeah?
oh yeah.
What's it look like?
Yeah, that's right, Faye had it. Give him Faye's rod. Yeah. Well, I need that container.
Right, let's see what this one goes.
21.
Oh, so it comes to 21.
21 pounds could have been cool. Lovely
Yep.
fish. Brilliant. And there we have Faye with her fish, 21 pound. Scored again. She looks frozen, but she's doing all right. If we keep her holding that for about an hour, she should be tired then. Well done, Faye. Beautiful
you.
fish. There he goes.
Right, as you just see, my missus has had one, £21. I mean, to be fair, I better start with a little bit of an intro. I'm sure Dad's done it. But we're back at the Secret Lake, and as you can see, you know, we're allowed to use 4 rods here, and yeah, Faye's had one already. She's had a 21 pounder, absolute stunning fish. and I've just come round a little bit. That one, funny enough, was out in the middle, and yeah, unbelievable. I mean, obviously you probably see it was on the plastic column. It's a bit of, well, this is going to be part 3, and if you watch the last video, you'll see that I started with boilies, and I never had anything for that night. And you know, and like I say, if you watch that part 2 one, you'll see I had a few fish on me that day and night. Anyway, I switched to the good old faithful sweet corn and them, and then it started happening. You know, in part 2 we had a 38, a 23, I think it was a 26 and a 34, and it was all because I switched to the old sweet corn and M. And so this session, as you've guessed, yes, I've started with the sweet corn. I have brought some maggots with me. I am trying that on another rod, but we've gone in with what we caught last time. I mean, yes, I am a sponsored angler, and I am with A2 Baits, but to be fair, I go fishing to catch carp, and so does Dad. Not like some of these sponsored anglers where, right, they've solely got to use their stuff, and you know, they'd rather take a blank than catch a fish. I'm sorry, I'm not like that. If sweet corn is working, I will use sweet corn. If it's maggots, it will be maggots, like, you know, and that's what we've started off on. So we've started off with the maggots and the corn, but it was the corn that has done the trick. Like I say, it's I'm persevering with the maggots on one rod, but the other 3 are on sweet corn, so we'll go from there. But yeah, excuse me, I love the Secret Lake, and it'll be open soon to you guys, no two ways about it. But yeah, we're in the middle of winter, as you can see by the trees. It's absolutely freezing, and my missus typically has started off in a good fashion with a lovely 21 pounder. And I'll just take you up a little bit, go round a little bit, we'll see the lake a bit there for you fellas. And but yeah, like I say, it's the Friday now. Got here around about the 10-11 o'clock mark, and I think it's about 2 o'clock now, so it's only been out a couple of hours and she's had one, so great. But like I say, I'll go through the rigs etc with you a bit later on in the session. But yeah, we're here, and hope you enjoy the content. Like I say, there's a lot of good fish in this lake, and she's not an easy lake, but like I say, it's started off with a bang. But we've started off where we left off, like with the baits, the rigs etc. I've not changed at all, and I'm going back in with the good old Empen coal. But I'll show you that later on. And right, I think it's time for me to have a lovely cup of tea, and then we'll go from there, chaps. Alright, here we are. First light, and we've had another one. And this one fell to the maggots. And 23 pound common. Still a bit lively. Let's see if we can get her up. Get that off of her. There she is. 23 pound common. Over the moon with this one. Like I say, she came at first light. I mean, it's only about 8:30 now, so it weren't long ago. And yeah, on the maggots this one, and yeah, over the moon with it. Absolutely brilliant. And that makes it number 2 now. Obviously Faye's had a 21, I've had a 23. We'll go up to Dad soon, see what he's had, see what's happening in his swim. But yeah, so far so good, and yeah, really pleased with it. There you go. Thank you very much. Another 23 pound common. Ta-da. Oh, lovely. Oh, can't believe it. Got another one on. As you've just seen, I just had the 23, and I put the rod back out, obviously, before dealing with that fish. And it's quite a good tactic when you're maggot fishing. And it's a good job I did, because now I've got another one on. And Looks like the tactics worked. You know, I've had 2 bites this morning on the maggots, and looks like we can get this one in. Looks like a nice scaly one. Yeah, it is. See the big bunch of maggots hanging out his gob. Yeah, let's see if we can get her in. There we go. Fish number 3. It's all gone a bit radio rental, so I say Faye's had a 21. Just had a 23 common, and this one here looks like that possibly could be another 20 there, so get on the maggots, as they would say. I'll go more into detail a bit later on how I'm doing it, etc. But yeah, 2 very quick fish. I think it's time to get the rod out, then we'll deal with the fish. And there we go. You just see me do battle with it, and I've just weighed it, £18 on the money. And yeah, 2 quick bites, another pretty one from the Secret Lake. They're all belters in here. Hopefully she'll behave. There she is. A cold water, hey. A cold water, £18. Like fully scaled really. It's if she wants to behave, of course. But yeah, it just goes to show, get that rod back out sometimes when using the maggot. And there it is, £18. Absolute beautiful fish. And literally just after that 23 as well, you know, so she doesn't want to behave as usual. I'll tell you what, I'll just flip her around the other side so you guys can see her. Come on. There's the other side, absolutely stunning fish in the Secret Lake. And this is a baby one for here, but we'll take it. It's absolutely freezing, we're in the middle of winter. And yeah, that's 3 fish between me and Faye. And first night in, 2 more nights left. And yeah, fantastic, so over the moon. Yeah, again, same one.
Looks like Ben's got another one on here.
Yep, another one on the maggot rod again. Literally just put that £18 back, and it's the same rod. 3 bites on the left hand rod this morning, and just goes to show the power of the maggots. You know, if you can get it back out there quick while they're feeding. I mean, you've got to remember we're in the depth of winter here, they will still have it. Andy, do you want to do me a favour? Can you just put my net together for me?
Okay.
That just goes into that net. If you, it's all right,
Oh,
no,
that's-
across.
Go on, go across.
Just
Gotta get me here.
You're famous now, Andy.
I was infamous before.
let the governor get in and let this one. Okay.
you want that bit away there? Are you going to go down on that road? That one? Choose what you want to do. If you want me to do it, I'll do it. No?
Yeah, go on.
Where's my tea?
I'll go and get in unit. You go down there.
Okay. A slurp of tea. I just feel like good. They tell me that. Well, you've had three that are that sort of 18, 22, 23. It's time for a bigger one, isn't it? Time for a Thursday.
You've got plenty of them in here, mate.
Yeah. Long down here.
It's designed for
That's
zigs.
and you're on a bank with
They're actually designed for zigs.
yeah.
Me and Dad developed them.
But if you had a sort of a deep reed bed,
Yeah.
this would be really handy, wouldn't it?
And the good thing about it is you can split, if you're doing a bit of boat work, you can split it in half.
Yeah.
Actually a better fish this way. Lot better.
When he first showed, I'm looking at him thinking 21, 22, but he's looking like
I think he's
he
ready.
might
There's the maggots in its mouth. Looks like he's well
red
buried.
maggots.
The old maggots. Job
Breaking all
done.
the rules.
Absolutely lovely. He's on fire, the boy, as he says. There we go, the governor's just netted it. And number 4. And I've got a feeling somehow I think Dad might be changing to the maggots. So we'll leave it there, we'll get everything set up, got to go and get the mat and everything. And come back to you again soon.
Voila. Pop that out. Look at that. Sweet as a nut. We're getting straight into this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. What you got there, Dad? What's yours? Right, yeah. Right,
Just give him a little warm. A warm up.
that one scar. Ready? That's right, leave it.
Oh, too late.
That's right. Pull it out, mate.
We'll set him back up for you.
There we go, looks like a good one, that one, doesn't it? So, 0 to scales. Let's see where she goes.
Can I tell you how heavy that is?
Go on then, what you reckon? It's going to go? I reckon it's going to go.
I'm going to give you 31.
I reckon.
That's the one I had here. Not last time before, and it went
He
33.
looks 30, doesn't he?
Yeah, it does.
Mind your cup, Andy.
Or 29 and a half. No, I say 31. Yeah, I got it.
There we go, right. Really close. Alright. Oh, just under.
29 and a half.
Well done, Ben.
There we go. So,
Cracker.
into a better one. So, 29 and a half. Let's get some good shots of her. We'll go over in the light. Lovely, pucker.
Yep.
Well, there she is. Just seen a big battle with her. All the family. The governor here. And lovely 29.5 pound mirror. I mean, what else is in this lake? It's unbelievable, isn't it? If you think about it, 3 bites this morning. They've all fell to the maggots. And to think there's loads bigger than this in here as well. So, but yeah, what a morning's fishing. Get the rod back out, I'll go through the rig, etc. And I think we're going to go out today and have a Chinese. Leave these be, and then hopefully we'll come back and have a few more. So yeah, 29.5 pound over the moon. So.
Good morning. This is the second day. It's in the morning. We're off out in a minute to have Chinese. Just thought I'd give you an update. I've had nothing on blanking, but Ben's had 3. He's had one on, I think, creamy toffee or whatever, and a couple of maggots. but I'm not using maggots. I'm going to be using maggots when we come back from Chinese, see if that changes my luck. But the weather's quite good at the moment. I'm well pleased with the weather. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I've made up some maggot rigs and we're going to spawn quite a few maggots out in an area and fish over there. But yeah, Ben's on fire at the moment. He's had 3. I think he's had a 29 and 2 20s. Well, Faye's had 1 and he had 2. But yeah, it's going well, so we're well pleased with it. Still fishing with the 4 rods. Nothing come yet, but we're hopeful. We've got a few more days yet, so hopefully we'll catch something. But I must admit, the old lake is looking nice. The sun's come out for us, so maybe it'll bring some fish on the feed. It's a bit windy. Not too bad, but the sun's out and it does look well, the old lake. See what later on brings us.
Right, we're coming on to the bait section now, and as you can see I've got 4 rods out. I'm allowed to use 4 rods here, and basically what I've done is now I've put 2 out on the maggot. Obviously you see me this morning, I had 3 fish very quick on the maggot, and I'll come more into detail with the maggot fishing later on in the show. But there's the baits that we're using. I mean, the 2 rods on the right, we're using the old sweet corn with gloopy maize, and to be fair, I've done really well. If you remember part 2, this is what changed our session, and it still has caught 1 fish for us. You know, Faye had the 21 pounder on that, and good old sweet corn. I've got the hemp with snails again. I'm not putting as much as hemp out, mainly just pure corn this time. And like I say, she's had that 21 pounder, which was a lovely looking fish again, as you lot would agree. And that's what we're using on the right hand rod, and then the 3rd rod as well, if that makes sense on the setup. And but yeah, like I say, that's produced 1 fish for us, but it's got the gloopy maize in it with the sweet corn, very salty. Lots and lots of liquid in it, and let's put it this way, if you guys could taste through a camera, even you guys would eat it. So but that's on 2 of the rods, and like I say, that's produced 1. Now we come to the old faithful maggot. Now this stuff, you in the right hands with the right tools at this time of year, middle of winter, this stuff is deadly, but you've got to fish it correctly and with the correct rigs. Now if you do that, I'll tell you now, my God, it will your catch rate will go up massively. I will go into more detail how to fish these properly. I mean, the amount of money that I've won in tournaments by fishing pure maggot, and then like fish up to mid-40s as well, like my own fishing, is phenomenal. And like I say, this time of year, a lot of people think they can maggot fish, but I'll go through it with you in detail, and I'll guarantee it will change the way you maggot fish, because you don't have to be as accurate as what you think with it. And to be fair, the more accurate you are with it, the worse it is. So but yeah, there's the bait, a good old maggot, red maggot, and like I say, that produced an 18 pounder. It produced a 23 and 29.5 this morning, and basically we've just come back from having a Chinese, and we went out, because it is a family holiday. Me and Faye are here, mum and dad are next door, and like I say, it is a family thing, and we booked it for around about the midday lunchtime, and typical, that's when the fish were having it on the maggots. So I've just got the rods out now, but yeah, there's the 2 baits that we're using, and I will come into more detail how to use them and what rigs etc that we are using. Now just come back up onto the setup, we just pan up. That's what I mean about the setup there. Now the right hand rod and the one in from the right hand rod, as I would say, the 3rd one across, they're 2 on sweet corn. and then the left hand rod and number 2, as you're looking at it, that's on maggot now. I've got 2 on that spot now, whereas I only had 1 on it. So but there's the view of the lake. Got a nice bit of sun today, but I tell you what, don't think that kids you, because I tell you now, it is absolutely bloody freezing. It really is cold. And like I say, I can't believe we've had 4 fish in one night. We've had an 18, a 21, a 23 and a 29.5, and yeah, like I say, absolutely amazing session at the moment in the heart of winter, and yeah, I'm over the moon with it. So but we'll leave it there. It's about 3 o'clock now, so we've probably got about an hour if we're lucky until light, and like I say, if we catch any more, we come straight back to you guys. But Faye's gone shopping, she's gone for a wander down the shops, and let's hope her rod don't go. It never works like that, does it, chaps? You know, when we disappear, rod goes for them, doesn't it? You know, but the rod never goes when they go, you know what I mean, for us lot. But but no, it's a fantastic session. We're coming into the second evening period now, and like I say, all the rods are back out on the money. And I believe Dad has now changed to, I think he's changed 1 or maybe 2 rods over to the maggot. Like I say, that was typical maggot fishing this morning. But like I say, you've got to, if you do it correctly, you can have some serious hits on this stuff. And like I say, I'll go through it with you later on. But we'll leave it there for now. It's absolutely freezing. I think it's time for another cup of tea. And she'll be back soon. And let's see what goodies that she's brought me back. And here's Dad with his lovely 25 pound 6, I believe. Absolute minter from the Secret Lake. Look at that. What an absolute perler. Anyone would be happy with that. First fish for Dad, and like I say, absolute stunning one that. And like I say, he's even got a bigger one to show you as well, because he had 2. And yeah, absolute minter. I mean, just look at the scale pattern on that. If I zoom right in on that fish, look at that. Absolutely brilliant. There it is, going back now. It's all ready. Yeah, lovely. Look at that.
He's lively, wasn't he?
Yeah, lovely one, that one, mate.
He wanted to go back.
Right, it's time to get the other one out. And here's Dad with his 34 pounder. Unbelievable fish. Look at that. Just lift the tail up a little bit for us, mate. That's pucker, mate. Look at that. What an absolute beast from the Secret Lake. That's what it's all about. Look at the scale pattern. Unbelievable fish. 34 pound. And yeah, unreal fish, that one. Absolutely unreal. Just look at that. So yeah, happy for Dad. 2 bites, 25 and a 34. Getting heavy, mate?
Yeah, I want to put him down.
Yeah, go on in, mate. You put him down. There we go. But yeah, I'll just come in on that scale pattern. Just show you guys what that fish looks like, and just zoom out a little bit. That is lovely. Look at that, absolute pearl of that fish. And I just want to see his mouth and stuff. Hold on, lads, I'm just messing around with the tripod. Right, there we go. Let's check that. Absolutely mint, mate. Yeah, no, I can see it. That's mint. Lovely, lovely mouth. Look at the scale pattern on that. That is beautiful.
It's a lovely fish, isn't it?
Yeah, what a lovely fish. 34 pound an ounce. Was it, Dad, 34?
34, 2.
34 2. What a fish.
And there's bigger ones in here than this.
Yeah.
They had 38.
Yeah, well, we know there's a few 40s as well,
yeah,
mate. So
yeah, I've got pictures of them.
Yeah, what a fish. So, yep, time to get him back. Lovely. Putting him back now, 34 pound. Lovely scaly fish, this one. Beautiful fish. Look at that. Absolute pearl of that one. You'd recognise that one again if it comes out. Beautiful carp, that one. Lovely. Lovely. Happy?
Well placed.
Yeah, he's happy.
Hey.
So, couple of bites. Just scan the lake. See now it's probably around the 10 o'clock mark, probably half 10, something like that. But now very quiet for me last night.
It's 4:10.
Quarter to 10, there we go. And it's been absolutely raining all night, most of the morning. now it's stopped, and like I say, we'll see if we can get any more. But that's 6 fish now. You know, for the middle of bloody winter, that is a bloody good session. So, so yep, there it is. Lovely. Time for me to have some breakfast, and then we'll go from there. Right, we're in again, and literally just put the rods out. We're on the evening period now for last night. I think Faye's brought me a bit of luck. She's been out shopping all day today with my mum. She's come back, literally put the rod out, and away it's gone. So this one's on the sweet cod. So let's see if we can get it in. Round the other rod. We'll deal with it in a minute. Yeah, it's gone pretty quiet for me. I mean, Dad had had the couple, 25 and a 34. But like I say, it's gone quiet, but it's come round this one. So. Let's grab the net. Around the other rod. Branch, it looks like I've got a couple of branches, and another rig is attached somehow. At least we'll get him in. Oh, there he is. Lovely. Right. Looks like I've got a lot of untangling to do. So I think the best thing to do is untangle this, make sure the fish is okay, and then we'll come back to you when we weigh it and that. Alright, let's see how big it is. Absolutely bucketing it down. Alright, well, it's going to be a low 20, I would think. There we go.
22.
What's that, babe?
22, bang on the money, I reckon.
22?
Yeah.
That'll do. Lovely. Right, let's get some shots of it. Fish number 5 between me and Ron. And lovely. Right, here we go. Nice, lovely pretty one again. It behaves. Right. There we go. I'm just gonna go. There we go. £22. Beautiful linear carp. absolutely stunning. So yeah, fish number 5. Let's put it down a sec. Tell you what, I'll just turn around the other side. And yeah, we're doing well now. So Dad's nicked a couple, Faye's had one, we've had 4 now, so it's been a session and a half for middle of winter. But there we go. What's that look like? What a fish, eh? This is probably a small one for the Secret Lake, this one. But we'll take it. £22, middle of winter. And again on the sweet corn rig that we was talking about earlier on. And that was a good job that I changed in part 2, because I don't think we'll be catching this one certainly. So time to get her back, and let's hope we can catch a couple of big ones, eh? There we go. Right, we're coming on to the rig section now, and they're the 2 rigs that we're catching on. What I'll do is I'll start with the bottom one, and then we'll work our way up to the top one. Right, basically we've had 4 fish between me and Faye. Faye's one was on the top rig, which is on the sweet corn, and I've had 3 on the maggots. Now, like I was saying earlier in the show, I'll go through the maggot fishing in a little while, but there's the rig, etc. So we got a coated braid. Obviously that is roughly, I would say, around about 5 inches long. Again, I only use short hook lengths. I'm not a massive fan of long hook lengths, but there are cases where you probably might need them, maybe on more siltier lakes, I'm not too sure. But if you come along there, you got the braid there. I put a little bit of what do you call it there, the old putty just there. Sorry, I was just looking out the window because I just see a fish jump. Yeah, I've put a bit of putty there just to keep it pinned down. Now when maggot fishing, the fish are moving very, very slowly, so I just want to try and pin it and get it all out the way. It's nothing else, that's all it's there for, nothing else. And so I just try and pin that hook length back. Basically, as you can see in this bit here, that bit there is all ripped off, all the coating's gone. I've made sure that's all gone. Now if I just pull that hook round a little bit more, you can see I've got a shrink tube there. I don't use kickers, I actually use the proper shrink tube, you know, like with the kettle and stuff. Like I say, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, and that's my motto with most of carp fishing. We come down to a size 4, that's a deception curve. Like I say, I know we're sponsored, but you can use whatever rigs you want on hooks. But that's a size 4. And then basically what I've done is there's actually a ring on the actual shank of the hook, and then there's a stop bead at the bottom, like a hook bead. And then what we do is we tie the maggots on, and we do it old school, basically with a needle and a bit of line, and then you tie that to the actual link on the actual hook. So basically on the uni swivel there, that's what we tie them onto. Once we've done that and then secured it with a couple of granny knots, that then is fine. The one thing I will say with this, especially with the maggots actually on the shank of the hook, is don't tie them with braid, because what you'll find is with impact with water they can actually rip off. So I mean, I just use double strength line, but any line will be fine, because like I say, with impacts, even on a line clip with braid, they can rip off. But that's the bottom rig. You know what I mean? I've had 3 fish on. That's an 18 pounder, a 23 pounder, and the 29 as well. Now obviously I fished that in conjunction with a mesh bag, you know what I mean? So obviously when that dissolves, all the maggots and that come out. I mean, you could just imagine it's a massive cluster of maggots there, and it's just appealing to them at this time of year. So like I say, that rig's produced 3 fish. We move on to the top rig now, and it's pretty much the same rig as in the last show. I mean, it's not exactly the identical one, it's a new one obviously that I've tied. Again, a little bit shorter, probably around about the 4.5 inch, that one. And as you can see, we come down to coated braid again, you know, at least 1 inch of it stripped. And then again, we got the shrink tube there. Like I say, I always steam them. I'm not into all these kickers and that. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. Come down to a size 4. Again, that's a DX curve. And then 2 pieces of fake plastic coal. I mean, every man and his dog should have a packet of plastic coal in his box, and it got me out of trouble last time. So that's why we've gone straight in with that rig as well. But because last time I did try the 10mm boilies, but it didn't actually work. So we've gone back in with the plastic sweet coal, and that's what Faye caught her 21 pounder on. Like I say, it's done one bite, but very similar rigs, like especially like near enough in length. Obviously both of them got size 4 on, but this one is actually on the shank of the hook, as whereas on this one you can see it's hair rigged. So I'm assuming Dad's probably using near enough the same. I'm not too sure. I'll let Dad do his little rig bit, but they're the 2 rigs that are doing it. So the bottom one, that's the one that's had 3 fish, and the top one, that's the one that's done 1 fish. But yeah, very simple rigs, nothing hard. Don't make it hard for yourself. It's what you're confident with, and like I say, both of these rigs have caught me many big fish. So but there they are. Like I say, I'm on 4 fish. Faye's had 1, I've had 3. Dad's had 2 this morning, which was good. He had a 25 and a 34, absolutely stunning fish. And I'm sure he'll go through his rigs. If not, I'm assuming they'll probably be the same as these. And but I ain't going to go more. Like, it's only a lead clip set up. Sorry. Like I say, if you've watched part 2, that's exactly the same. Got 3 foot of lead core on it, but that's the end product there. So like I say, very easy, very simple, and very effective rigs.
These are my 2 rigs that I'm using. They're much the same as Ben, probably exactly the same. As you can see, the only difference is Ben uses 2 pieces of plastic corn and I only use the 1 that's there. I find it better with 1 rather than 2, but I do use 2. I have a plastic one, 2 plastic bits of corn, 1 floating, 1 sinking. But this way I've got a floating piece of corn on there, plastic corn, and the weight of the hook just brings it down really slowly and nice. The other one is a maggot rig. You can see the maggots are wriggling on there at the moment. It's ready to go out. It's going to go out in a minute. So all in all, the rigs that me and Ben use are much the same. I suppose it's because we've had so much success with them. They're basic. There's no bits jangling off of it and stuff like that. They're just basic hook links with size 4. I use size 4, and I'm sure Ben does size 4 deception hooks. We got on fine with them. It's about 5 inches of hook link there, which again is fine for us. Basically, the rigs we use in the winter are much the same that we use in the summer. So it's an all-round type of rig. We've won a match the other week with similar rigs, so we continue to use them. They're really good for us. So there you have it. That's it. Our basic hook links. This is our last day. We're going home tomorrow. So hopefully we've still got 1 more night, so we might catch something. Or we're hoping to catch something. As you've seen, I've had a couple. I've had a 25 and I've had a 34. Today's a different day. The weather has not been too kind to us. It's been pouring with rain. It's raining as I'm talking to you. So yeah, we've still got the rods out. Going to redo them about in a couple of hours, and then refresh them all, put more maggots out, more sweet corn, and hopefully catch some more fish. So I'll speak to you later.
And there we go, there's Dad with a cracking 30 pound 3 ounce fully scaled. Look at that, look at the scales on that, absolutely unreal. The fish in this lake are just pristine. I mean, that scale pattern is just unbelievable. But look at that, 30 pound and 3 ounces. I mean, what a session we've had. We've had a weekend and a half. We're packing up today, and look at that. Have a little turn around the other side on that one. I think really nice fish this is, and I think it's worth showing everyone the scale pattern again from the Secret Lake. What a session it has been. It is middle of winter, and I think we've had about 10 fish now between us all. I mean, look at the scale pattern on this one. Just look at that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's get some shots of her. Stay there. Yeah, unbelievable fish that. Cracking fish. Happy, Dad?
Yeah, we'll get it back now. My arms are aching.
Yeah, we've got to then go for it. But yeah, what a belter that is. Unbelievable. Let's just have a look at the the scale pattern of these fish. That's what you call a proper fully scaled, that one. Yeah, absolutely belter again. £30 free. So, so packing up now. Who knows, we might get a couple more, but yeah, well done, Dad. Beautiful, that one. Right, just put in the 30 back now. And what's an absolute beautiful fish this is. Must be the brother of the 34 that Dad caught.
He's got to go.
Alright, turn off. Lovely. He's gone. Well, here we are. We've come to the evening period now. Well, into night now. As you can see, both the girls well and truly dressed for the occasion, phasing her robe. Mum just got out of the shower, and I don't know what you put on, but there you go. There we go. So we're all playing cards, and that's all apart.
Down 41 common.
All right. Dad's having problems with his buzzers. Reckons he's just had a 41 common. So yeah, it's how do you reckon with the holiday then, girls? What did you think? Good?
Yeah, been alright.
Enjoyed yourselves?
Yeah, been out shopping today.
Yeah. All set.
Boys have had a few fish.
All set. We've had fun as well, haven't you, Ron?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Alright, yeah. Sort your buzzer out?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, we're all sorted. Right, back to playing cards. True O'Connor style. Ta-da. Right, here we are, as you can see. I'm in my robe. We're going to call this robe carping. And yeah, couldn't believe it, basically. Well, we was just playing cards, and it's gone off. And it's a small one, it's £18.6 I believe. But yeah, look at this in my robe, eh? Ridge Monkey or Calder, there you go, that's what you need to bring out. But the, like I say, let's hold him up if I can. He's probably going to go mental with all the lights, etc. But yeah, the out of the blue, just a little drop back on the sweet corn rig again, and it's starting to come into its own, that sweet corn now. I mean, we've had a few now on the old corn. If he lets me hold him up, of course.
Getting wet in your dressing gown there, Ben.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I've just got a proper one as well. Then again, I don't mind. We've had an absolute wicked session, and he does not want to be lifted, this fish. But yeah, no, we've had an absolute blinding session, and I just want to lift you up, mate. I'll put you back in a minute. You are not having it, are you? I'm starting to think, you know, that saying, there's always one. This is the one. The awkward one. Oh, you do not want to be lifted up, do you? Come on, mate. I'm out with you. There we go. I'll say £18. Come on, swim. We'll lift him up in a sec. Oh, I've just got another load of it. Look, all in me robe. Mate, I was going to bed, I was. I was going to bed before you took that. There we go. Oh, it's all going down my chin. £18. £18.6 on the sweet corn again. And yeah, absolutely over the moon. And as they would say, robe carping at his best, eh? And it's time now to get that rod back out. It's all clipped up. So we're going to get it back out. And once I've done that, I'm going to bed. So ta-da from me. Ta-da from him. Ta-da from you, babe.
Ta-da.
Ta-da, there it is. You see, Dad's got one on. Radio ringtone. Dad's got another one on. It's another big one. It's on the big one roll. So, all packing up. Yeah, last morning packing up. He keeps catching. So we'll deal with this one. We'll show you what he's got next. He is, isn't he? Yeah, he's bigger. And just wow, look at that, just packing up. I've got the big shout over, Ben, I'm in. And check this out, £38 and 4 ounces. What an absolute beast from the Secret Lake, and to think there's even bigger than that in here. But what a December session, unbelievable mate. What an absolute unit to pack up on. So, yeah, you happy Dad?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Look at that, £38. Absolute fantastic. The old man's knackered, look at him, bless him. But what a session. I mean, we're packing up now. I think we've had about 11 or 12, I'll have to add it up. I think it's been about 4 or 5 30s between the family. But yeah, let's just get in on that fish.
Yeah, I'm well pleased with
Look at that, £38
Absolute stunner.
of pure brute.
Got all white specks on it.
But what an absolute machine. And look at that, unbelievable.
What a session. I've just done the book as well. I've written in the book what we've had, now I've got to add this one.
You got to add that one now. So there you go. But yeah, look at that. What a beast of a fish, mate. Absolute beast. So, but yeah, Secret Lake performing again. Unbelievable.
And it's
38
December.
4. And we're virtually near Christmas as well. So yeah, what a session. Got tactics right. And who knows, we might even get another one. We've got an hour left. So let's get this one back. Pucker. Nearly. Yeah, what an absolute session. Dad's just going to return this fish now. And yeah, brace of 30s this morning. £30 free, fully scaled. And £38 4 ounce of just brute mirror carp. Look at that.
Thank you.
What a beast. What an absolute beast. So there we go. No. Oh yeah, there it is. All done.
Well, that might be the session over. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
As I say, I've done the book. I've got to write that one in now. But we've still got rods out, so hopefully we might get another one.
That's it, hopefully.
What a session.
Yeah, it has been a great session. So, right, we'll leave it there. It's time to pack up. And here we are, would you believe it? First light, just after Dad. And there's Faye, look. £30 too, babe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You just lift him up a little bit more? Or? There you go, look at that, chaps. £30 too. Unbelievable, look at that, holding it like a pro. A lot better than the 21. She's learning very quickly. And yeah, look at that, what a fish, eh? What a session. She's done me again, and she's had another 30. So there you go, look at that, what a fish. She's holding it like a pro. So yeah, were you happy, babe?
Yeah, well happy.
Yeah, you struggling with that?
Yeah.
There we go, right, go on then, babe, put her down then. Look at that, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, fantastic, £30 too for Faye. Unbelievable, she's done really well this week. She's had 2, she had a 21 and a £30 too, so brilliant. So yeah, let's get her back.